Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, Tater Tots, to another edition of Couch Potato Queens Postmortem, covering season 2 of The Traitors. I am joined by Jill tonight. Everyone else is busy. So we're walking it down. She pulled a Kate Chastain and had to come in and be a little replacement, but we're happy to have her.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Yes. So if you're tuning in and you are not subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe, where we cover reality TV of all sorts, and smash that like if you're watching right now. Yes, we finally arrived. Had to do it.
A little bit of technical difficulties, but
a little bit. Queen saves queen. Hail Sandra. Hail Sandra. Hail Sandra with them braces.
I know. Hey, respect to a grown-ass woman rocking the braces, though. Get that perfect smile, boo.
Honestly,
no
yes.
Hate. No hate.
None.
I heard they can't brush their teeth on what is it, the island? Or where she on Survivor. Yeah. I heard they can't brush their teeth at all. So I get it. I understand why she's got to have the braces. Getting respect. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, I did not know that I did not know that for the longest time, but yeah, they don't like one of the rewards one time was a tooth, like they'll do like food rewards like one time a year, and like they'll have like an auction, and the thing that was up for grabs was a toothbrush and toothpaste to brush your teeth once.
I would have to. Like, that's where you lose me at Survivor. Like, I could do no showers, no washing my hair. You lose me at not being able to brush my teeth.
Just think of
30 days.
Yeah.
30 plus.
It was 39, and then it went back to something else. But could you imagine that breath on that island?
No.
Like somebody's trying to whisper to you, and all you get is breath.
Yet again, respect for the braces. But no, someone said, Ronald Leonard said that she hasn't contributed anything. I think she's been playing that slow game. I think she's about to come out.
But she did contribute that whole strategy, like last episode with the pool balls. That was so she has contributed, but
she's on it. She's just low key, which is smart. You know, I get it.
No, straight up, gotta give props to Bravo. They are the last ones standing. Like basically, I mean, not one Bravo celebrity has been. Oh no, Larsa.
R.I.P. Larsa.
R.I.P.
Shout out Real Housewives of Atlanta, though. Hanging strong.
I know.
And they crushed it in that comp for a while.
I know.
I mean, what are your thoughts?
Okay, I do want to point this out. Sophie asked, I wonder what happens if all traitors get banished. That could happen. Actually, it couldn't happen, because if you saw tonight, when there's only one traitor left standing, there's no, maybe you can recruit if you'd like, or you can murder. No, when there's only one, you must recruit.
Right.
You must recruit. But I can't wait till the end to talk about this. I cannot believe she said Kate as a traitor. I am so happy.
Perfect person. Perfect person.
Talk about the two biggest personalities on the show, and they're both traitors.
Well, and also Kate came in talking about how upset she was that she was back and she wasn't a traitor. So I already knew from the beginning that if given the opportunity, she was jumping over to the traitors team 100%.
Yeah, but except for this time, this time you get an ultimatum. You don't get to turn it down like Peter did. It's be a traitor or die.
They should have given Peter the ultimatum.
I know, and then be like, "Oh, you want to be a faithful now? Die,
you're done." Yeah. But I can't wait for next episode. Oh, and I guess we might as well go ahead and say it. R.I.P. Parvati. We all knew it was coming.
We knew it was coming. Except, and I gotta point this out again. Any single spoiler I've heard, it don't end up coming true. like at the beginning of the season, Josh accidentally told me, he was like, I heard Parvati makes it to the end. Well, she doesn't. And he's that's why I was like a little worried. And then I thought someone said that Phaedra was next. And I'm like, well, guess what? She's not either.
Where are y'all finding the spoilers? Because
I think people are just making. I think people
looked.
are just no, they're not real. I think people are just making. Like just I think people are just making stuff up, making it up,
making it
up.
Which is fair. I mean, you got to talk about something, but okay. Because I mean, I haven't looked, which I love me a good spoiler. I mean, I always spoil The Bachelor for myself, but I haven't even looked for this. So okay.
No, because people don't even want to like give stuff out for this show's too good. Yeah. Side note: did you hear about Larsa and Marcus breaking up?
I heard. Is it confirmed? Are they done?
I don't know. I think they maybe just had a fight, and because then they were seen together again, like yesterday or today.
I saw like a screenshot on Instagram where someone like went and checked her followers, and apparently she like wasn't following him or something. So. But I mean, how long were they even together? Was it like a long-term thing, or were they just
a little over a year?
Okay. I mean, okay. So in celebrity time, that's pretty significant.
Hey, no, okay. I was maybe thinking that at some point, but I don't think that was necessarily the right move, because I think she thinks that CT would like keep her safe, but then also I don't know. You had Kate riding for Phaedra at that round table. Like
yeah. I thought if anyone, I thought she would go with Sheree, just because I feel like
Sheree would have been
that's
terrible.
her. Really? I mean, but I feel like she would go no brainer, just because they've known each other so long. Real Housewives of Atlanta, like they're from the same franchise and all that. But my next pick would have been Kate. So Sheree and Kate, those were the two obvious choices for me.
Okay, so this is a point. So Phaedra couldn't pick someone who might have a shield. So I wonder about how that works, because let's say Trishelle had the shield. Let's say that she chooses Trishelle, and it's either be a traitor or die. It doesn't say, like, that's where I'm like, because some of these rules for the traitors, they're a little up in the air, because she technically wouldn't be being murdered by the traitors. It's like she was given an ultimatum. And so I don't know whether or not, if she has the shield, like, because the verbiage is not you're getting murdered. It's like, hey, meet me in the dungeon. You are given this ultimatum, shield or not, you die. So I don't know how that would have worked out.
I feel like that's one of those circumstances that they don't necessarily think of until they're like, oh shit, like this could happen. And if it did happen, they would have to kind of pivot the game around, which is, what they've shown to do. Production has clearly like been like, oh, this could happen. Let's, kind of create this. And, they've manipulated the game a little bit, which I'm here for, because it, if they were just so cookie cutter with the way it was supposed to be all the time,
like Big Brother,
I mean, it could have been over real quick. Like, I think that they're just making it that much more interesting.
But I'm like, oh my God, yes, we get more Kate screen time. Like, that's perfect. And I knew that, because I thought Phaedra was going this episode. Like, it was just that buildup was
That's
it.
What I was thinking too.
But the moment Alan said the time has come, like ended the roundtable, I knew she wasn't gone, because we still have yet to hear the line from Phaedra. This ain't The Bachelor. I ain't got to kiss your ass for a rose.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you if she had said that and I just missed it, because I knew I hadn't heard it yet.
No, because that's why I was thinking that was going to come during this roundtable, because everyone was on it. So I guess she's still up for grabs for the next one. But let's try to go.
Okay, well, hold on. Quick point. You saying that we haven't heard that line makes me think that Peter doesn't get murdered tonight.
That as well. He doesn't. Well, actually,
I was thinking, I was like, there's no way he doesn't survive tonight, or there's no way that he survives tonight. But now you saying that makes me think there's no way he gets murdered.
Well, actually, no.
I would love to see him get murdered.
No, thinking about this now, because if you recruit, there's no murder. So that's so whenever if you recruit, there's no murder.
Which
I'm like, we have 3 episodes left, and there's a lot of people still there. It's normally
only 3 episodes.
Yeah, because there's 11 episodes total. So next episode is episode 9. But normally it's only 5 people go to the finale. There's normally 5. So I don't know. They could do it a couple different ways. Just like you said, the production changed things up when they see this or that. But okay, I want to go through like for some of the notes I took. I know you got some notes. I did love some of the quotes I saw, like in the beginning, Phaedra's like talking about Peter. She's like, he's just kind of mean. Like she said, if you're gonna be a Sherlock, be a nice Sherlock, not Sherlock the dick.
I love Phaedra. Everything she says is just gold.
It's so
iconic,
so funny. And then like when Bergie gets murdered, I knew that was coming. That was too easy.
R.I.P. Burgerlicious.
R.I.P. Burgerlicious.
Burgerlicious. Not my Burgerlicious.
Not my Burgerlicious. But it was so funny to me when John said, "Let's cheers to our dearly departed friend, Bergie." And they cheers like their coffee. And Phaedra goes, "Oh, that's good." Like right.
I know. I was like, "Girl, be a little more like reserved." Like, and they kind of looked at her sideways, like.
I know Trishelle looking at her like.
Trishelle is on her, like she is on it, and I think she's starting to like gather a following.
No, because and then Phaedra right after that, Phaedra says, "I want cream cheese and preservatives, and preserves."
Like just unbothered, just getting breakfast. Yeah, I can understand like the building suspicion now, and they were talking about like the Twitch, like she's got like a tell.
She does though. She does.
I gotta look for it. I haven't noticed it.
I'm like, she should have just said, she should have just said, "Have you not seen how big these eyelashes are?"
I'm saying they make you twitch.
I know. When I'm like, Kevin should not have been the one to bring that up at the round table. Like she was like when he goes to say
of all people
name, when he goes to like say the name, she was like, okay, Twitchy. She like,
it's like, oh, Kevin, you're toast. She hates you. You're done.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, Dr. Will shows up, and I'm like, this was the wrong time for Dr. Will to show up because I'm like, the Big Brother people are gone.
Like, why? It was just like they needed like a random
celebrity
kind of cameo.
He got asked to be on the show, like on the season, and
why didn't he do it?
Well, even as much money as they do give, it still wasn't enough for Dr. Will. Like, still wasn't enough.
Respect. I mean, goals.
Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll do a cameo then." But like, I don't know if you know this far back of Big Brother, but like, him and Janelle had a showmance on one of the seasons, and it would have been so incredible to watch them like finally on the same screen again. Like they have to have a reunion with them. Oh man,
he was cute.
But yeah, with this escape room, oh my god! Look, okay, that was difficult. For one,
I don't think I could have made it through that. Do you?
I don't. Not with when it got to the rats. I mean, the bugs. Maybe I could have somehow gotten.
I can't do bugs. Nope. And it's only like $1,000 cut. I would have been the first one out. I'd have been like, that way they wouldn't be too bad. It's just like a quick 1,000. Love you guys. I'll see you out.
I'd been like, whoever. I would have been like, I'll give y'all I'll give you $1,000 to split at the end of the show.
Yeah.
when we get out of here, I'll give you $1,000 from my own bank account. I'm good.
No.
Oh my god! But no, when they were the escape room, it was everything that comes out of Kate's mouth is just so funny. Kate's like she knows. She's like, "Oh, I want to stay up here." She's like, "I'm very good at radios." Like she's.
I know. She was like, "I'm not going in there." Nope. And before even I made a note from what were they talking about at the very beginning when she was talking about everyone. She's like, "Throw them in the moat."
She's like these traitors are keep me around. She's like, I think they like me or something like that, or I don't know. I think they like keeping me around for this and that. She's like, meanwhile, I would throw any one of them in a moat in the moat for $10.
In the moat for $10. Yeah, I was like, yes, okay. I feel you, sis. Yes, yet again, our perfect sister to switch over to the Traitors 100%. There's no question about it. She's totally doing it.
And I do wonder like how she can, or like how well she can pull it off. I think pretty well, because she hasn't. I think she's just going to act the exact same way, and just act like a. That's the key. If you're a traitor, act like a faithful. Put it in your head. I'm a faithful. Don't even
manipulate yourself.
Like literally gaslight yourself into thinking that you are a faithful.
There you go. And I mean, I feel like because they just like slid her in there. And I feel like if she would have had people thinking that she was a traitor, it would have already happened. If that makes sense. Just because she came in, and like, I think that she could just keep doing exactly what she's been doing. And they're just like, okay, it's Kate. Like, they just threw her in to throw us off. Like, clearly she's a faithful.
Yeah, if they didn't think that she came into the game as a traitor yet, then there's no way they're going to.
Yeah.
Unless, they are going to find out someone was recruited. No, that's not true.
He didn't tell him last time, did he?
No. So this is what happened. So what happens is they think they're either going to think someone was recruited because hey, Paigey.
Oh, Paige.
So what's either going to happen? They're going to either assume that someone was recruited because they just did get rid of a traitor, but Janelle has said that the whole time in the house, everyone had been thinking that there were 4 traitors initially. So they think that there's probably still 2 left. So they're either going to think that that someone was recruited, or they tried to murder Trishelle, and Trishelle had the shield, and that's why everybody shows up to breakfast.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, because all they know is that something happens, and all they know is that everyone shows up to breakfast. So that either means someone was recruited, or they murdered the person with the shield. And then at that point, Trishelle can say, "Oh, they tried to murder me. I had the shield. Guess what? It's Phaedra. She would try to kill me."
That's a good point. So wait, who all knows that she has a shield? Because I know they were like, "Don't tell, don't tell."
Only CT and Peter.
Okay, CT and Peter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which then that could be bad, because then that's 3 for sure votes for.
Thanks, Paige.
What about mine?
She was talking to me.
Oh, okay. No, but dude, this escape room though, like there was an episode last season where they did have to go into this. That's why they had to like go to this like same cabin, and that's why Kate was like, they were like, "Is this the cabin?" She was like, "Yeah, this is it," because she had.
Oh, it's the same one?
Yeah, it was the same. Like it's like it was like it had like bugs and stuff, like all this stuff, and Kate was like screaming. It was so over the top, and that's why Kate knew. She was like, "Trap door? Nope." She's like, "Kevin, you'll be real good at these lights."
I was wondering why she kept talking about the trap door. It's because she had been in there.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't an escape room then. There was something similar-ish, like with bugs, but not that. But she knew. She's like, "This place is not good. Like this is gonna be this is terrible." But like that was so funny. The moment those bugs came out, MJ was like, "Haggis."
That would have been me. Haggis, first one done. See, and no one was that upset. Oh, no one was too upset with MJ. They were just like, "Go off, we get it. You don't want to be around the bugs or anything, like because it was the first 1,000."
As soon as the maggots come in, and then Phaedra goes, "Something's in my ear, Haggis."
Haggis.
Like, "Oh, something's in my ear, Haggis."
And the rats. They had those little naked mole rats. Absolutely
those naked rats. Those were absolutely not. That's where I draw the line. I draw the line at rats.
Mm-hmm.
I have to draw the line at rats. They
were just dumping them in there too.
And then there was like frogs. You see the frogs too?
I saw the frogs.
I thought the frogs were in a rat. And just
like the small spaces, like all of it is just absolutely not.
But Sandra was like, "Here, little rats." Like,
I know.
Absolutely not.
Sure did. Wait, I made a note of that too. Oh, Oh, and Trishelle winning Fear Factor.
Yeah, she sure did.
When was that?
I mean, years ago. Because I mean, her real world season was 2002. So she's been around.
Was it before or after that?
Oh, after. Just because like it was like one of those like celebrity versions of like Fear Factor.
Ew, what'd she have to eat? Do you remember?
I don't think I ever saw that, but I'd known that she was on it. But she was so unbothered by anything.
All of it.
There.
Everything. She was perfectly fine. That was her challenge.
It really was.
She's been crushing it lately. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want her to get Phaedra out. Like, trust me, I do not want her to get. I want Phaedra there, but she's clocking T. And let's be real, like, even though she might be like gunning for Phaedra, I don't blame her. I blame Dan. Dan did not need to put Phaedra's name out there like that. He should have done Parvati. It was just like that was such the bad move for no reason. But she clocked it exactly why he did it, like why he put Phaedra's name, and he basically fed them a traitor. Like all of her notes were accurate, even though at the end she was like, "I'm gonna burn my book," but I'm like, no, she still knows. I could not believe at one point that they were actually. I don't know if they were trying to gaslight Parvati and the others by like saying that like they might think Parvati wasn't actually a traitor. Like
that was kind of confusing to me.
It was
like the whole Peter flip thing at the round table where he was like, "Oh yeah, like I've had this revelation. Like I'm not completely away from her, but like I'm kind of leaning more towards." Like I was kind of confused by that.
Well, I get you want to keep a guaranteed traitor around until like that's
Why?
a more. Well, if you keep them around to the end, one that you know without a shadow of a doubt that they're a traitor, then they can't recruit a traitor that you won't know. And so when you get to the end, you banish the traitor that you do know, and then the faithful win. But look at this. Kate's being recruited as a traitor when there are 3 episodes left.
Right. So that's where, I mean, that's just going to make it that much crazier. Like, I mean, suspicion's going to be going off the wall. Everyone's going to be accusing everybody. I didn't watch last season, so I don't even know what happens the last couple episodes.
Oh, the way they do the ending is like really cool, but you need to see the season 1 with how the ending went down. It was dope. It was really dope.
You said there's going to be 5 faithfuls, or at least
no,
5
well,
faithfuls,
just
5 people total.
5 people total is like you go the very end. There's like this whole like scene by a fire pit, and it's
of course
like
there is.
Yeah, I would like it's like real like dramatic.
Yeah,
like, but there's no more banishments. It's just like you end the game when you think there are no traitors left.
Wow. Ooh, I'm excited. So wait, when is the finale set to premiere?
I guess 3. It'll be they're not skipping any weeks, so yeah, 3 more episodes, and then they're also, I don't know when the reunion will be. It won't be immediately after, like it won't be the week after, but I think they're filming that early next month, early March. Which that reunion will be dope. But I was thinking that this was going to be a Faithfuls season, like for a minute. But now with this recruitment of Kate, I don't know. I'm like, if Kate wins this whole damn thing, that's going to be so funny. I cannot wait.
Did you watch her on Below Deck?
I've seen. After season 1, I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this. I've seen some of her, but I haven't. Have you?
I watched her. I didn't like hardcore watch Below Deck, but I watched some of it, just kind of like here or there if it was on like a marathon on E or something like that. But she kind of sucks
Bravo.
On that show. Yeah, on Bravo. No, I think they used to show it on E too.
Oh, they might, because they're both NBC Universal. So
yeah. So I think because they do all the marathons and stuff. But she was always super entertaining because she's kind of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
I always thought that. But she always made for great TV. But that's why when I saw her that she was going to be on this and that she was on season 1. I was like, oh, I know exactly who Kate Chastain is.
Oh my gosh. If Peter Pal's going
Peter
down,
Pals.
I think I know, like, just faithful. I think next season they're seeing how this Sandra and Parvati dynamic played out, and they'll give us New York and Pumpkin. Oh my,
I don't know if we can handle that. That would be, they would kill each other.
New York would be gone immediately because she would spit
She would either be like the most obvious traitor, or like so obvious that she would be a traitor that of course she's a faithful. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think they would make New York a traitor because she wouldn't. Well, she's a great actress though.
She's a great actress. Either way, it'd be great TV.
So this comment that that CT made, oh my gosh, when they got out of the tunnel, he's like, oh, there's a snake in my pants. There's a snake in my pants. And then it's the gold. But then he says, I pretended there was a snake in my pants. Well, there was, but there was also a brick of gold. I'm like,
Give the gold, keep the snake.
No, he meant that's not the snake he was talking about.
Oh, no, I know.
Oh, okay. I'm like, give me the snake. I'm like, give me the snake too.
No, give me the gold. You keep the snake. I'm good.
I would take CT's snake any day.
Yeah. CT. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep sensing this with every episode that passes. Him and Trishelle are in love. I said it. They're in love.
No.
They're in love. They are in love. In love.
They've known each other for a while, but they have not always had like the best relationship. I was thinking this was the only I've been shipping Phaedra and CT. What was I calling them?
How old is CT?
Probably like around like 40, because him and Johnny Bananas are around the same age, and Johnny Bananas is like 41. I think he's like around 40.
I can see that.
Yeah, but yeah, period.
I mean,
CT was her castle daddy. He was not about to betray Phaedra. I think that was just like just like
castle daddy.
I mean, no, he stay having that snake, baby. Anaconda.
I was about to be so upset when I thought he for real didn't grab that gold for a second. I was going to be like, dude, seriously? It was right there. But then, of course, he had to like.
I think like when you see the clock running down and whatnot, I think the producers kind of like, I don't think that's quite accurate.
It's got to be TV. Yeah.
Yeah, like they just happen to finish with like a few seconds to go. Like, I don't know about that. I wonder if the time even matters. Like,
probably not. Honestly, now that you say that, of course they do a good job at the editing though, because they have me sit there. I'm like, oh my god, come on, team! 3 seconds left. Let's go.
Yeah,
it gets intense.
Yeah, but I love though that the only people who like all the Bravo people haggist. Every single Bravo person haggist. They're like, no, this ain't for me. But it was so. But like, what was that liquid that was being sprayed on Sheree?
I think it was pee.
I know because Phaedra, like Sheree comes out screaming, and Phaedra says, "No bugs on you, just urine."
Right. So I wonder, but like, what kind of urine?
I know. I'm like, it's not like you see it come from anywhere. Like, is that Dr. Will's pee? Like, did Dr. Will leave that urine for you?
Like,
drink that urine. You're thirsty, aren't you? Or you're nervous, aren't you?
Hell no. That's yet again mystery liquids. I'm not. No.
Mystery liquid. Yeah.
Haggis.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what did you think about that scene where Parvati tries to turn on the waterworks to John? Like with all that fake crying, she's like she did to her advantage, but she was being real where she was like, these past 2 years have been a lot because she got divorced.
Oh, I did see that. And I think at this point, like, I don't think anybody buys it, But I do think that John, John's so funny to me because I thought
he played her.
Who is he? He was
from the UK Parliament, and he was known to be like a bully. He would be like, order.
He's like the sweetest, cutest little guy ever. He's so funny to me.
He's a little penguin.
I thought that he was just like a filler character at first, but he's really become like a really, he's not like a super important character, but he pops in at like the opportune times and has like influential things to say, which I guess is him being like a politician coming out.
But he always has the best things to say at the round table, though. Like
he really does. That's what I'm saying. His influence comes out when it needs to.
I really, really thought that he was buying that from Parvati. And then that's why, and then at the round table, I knew when he was like, what did he say to Parvati? I had to write it down. It was so, he said, that was when I thought that he bought it. And I was like, oh, wow, Parvati, I was like, is going to make this work. She's like getting out of this. Like she's got John.
Oh, I thought she did for a second.
I thought she did. And I'm like, oh, that's some good editing. Because then John comes around and he goes, I believe Parvati is a duchess of deception and a mistress of murder.
Goals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's such a compliment. I don't know. I love that. The way he said it was so beautiful, too. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that for her.
I know.
And he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong at all.
She thought she
and her farewell speech I thought was really good, too.
Mm-hmm.
The way she said it.
But I did like that she didn't. I thought she was going to go when she was the one to start it off. I'm like, don't you dare start it off, and you're going to be the one to throw Phaedra under the bus like immediately. But thankfully, she didn't pull it down, and she never actually said any. See, I think that was another thing. She pulled it down and did not say a name. She was just kind of like, "Hey, it's not me." That's like how she started out. She was like, "Oh, there's been a lot of heat on me, but it's just not me."
Like, I know. I thought it was kind of sus how she was like, okay, so I think I'm going to kick everything off tonight and mouth vomit.
Like when you do that, you're putting someone's name out there.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seemed a little too performative for me. But I mean, everyone has been suspecting her. Like, I feel like everyone was just like,
but
okay,
I think that roundtable could have gone a whole other way. And no,
I thought it was going to for a second.
The editing really.
I thought Phaedra was toast.
I thought I thought she was about to be like blindsided completely because she was like going into that roundtable like blind, did not think anything. She's like, it's like everyone's in that room talking about her, and then meanwhile she's in the dining area. She was like, oh, pork belly, that's just good. She's always got a comment about the food, and I love it. It's like it happens every single episode.
But I think that also comes back, which I mean, not everyone around the house is seeing that. So yet again, it's just editing, showing her just walking around, living her best life, unbothered as hell. But it does show that like that's just it. She's walking around just like not worried. Everyone's like freaking out. No.
She's never been worried. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, yeah, sometimes you can't lay too low. You cannot lay that low. Right. But that's why I think Kate will be so great because she's literally in season 1, she asked to be murdered. She was like, murder me. Get me out. She's like, I want to go home. Murder me. Like, so she doesn't care if she gets murdered. She's like, huh?
Can they just leave? Well, I mean.
No, then you give up like if you do that, you give up like you give up a lot. And really? Like those checks are way too big to be doing that.
How much do they get?
I don't know, but when I say like
they get a check on top of the prize pot.
Yeah, you get an appearance fee. And like Janelle has said, she said, and she used this tone too. She's said like on one of her Twitter spaces, she said, I mean, they just paid us a lot of money to be there. Said it just like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they're cutting fat checks. They're cutting fat checks. Because those housewives make a lot of money for like to be a housewife. Yeah, like it's like you're rich already. You got to make it worth my while. Like some of these Bravo people, like I'm pretty sure
that's very true. And they got to go all the way to Scotland.
I know. And I've heard like some of these people who are on Vanderpump were making like $25,000 an episode.
Dang, really?
An episode.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, right? I mean, now they have to make way more than that.
Well, I don't know, because $25,000 an episode, that's for how many episodes they have per season, that's a lot.
It's true.
Because they have like 20-something episodes a season. Like that would be a lot.
That is a lot. Wow. Must be nice.
I know. I'm like, for working at a restaurant and you're getting paid 25, like.
Oh, right. And they get tips on top of that.
Yeah. No, but the roundtable though with like Trishelle like bringing it to Phaedra though, it was so funny to me. She's like, when she said that she didn't look nervous, Phaedra's like, what she said?
Like, I don't look fidgety like you.
Yeah, she's
I'm
like,
not fidgety like you.
she's like, I'm not frantic. She's like, I'm not frantic like you. I don't need to look
Oh
nervous.
yeah.
She's like, I don't need to look nervous. And but then Kevin, the way he said this, like, it sounds so like condescending. And I'm like, you don't know who you're. I'm like, who do you think you are talking to? Like this. He's like, he's like, just curious. Have you grown up with Twitches? Like, what is that?
I was like, Kevin, just she's about to rip you apart.
She was like,
please stop before she ends your life.
Never been asked that in my life. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, that was so.
What a weird way to like pose that whole like question and just everything. And just, did you grow up with Twitches? Like, what?
See, and like a bad way to respond to that would be something like, as a matter of fact, I have. But no, she's like, that's stupid. She's like, listen to yourself right now.
I love her so much. I wish she would come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I would start watching it again. I haven't watched it in years, but if she came back, I would watch.
Oh, thank you for the first super chat of the night, Joseph Collins. In UK season 1, there was an ultimatum face-to-face. They then went inside and murdered. Kate and Phaedra likely get to take a shot immediately. Okay, I was wondering that. Okay, that's good.
Oh.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that happening in season 1, but that's been a while since I've watched that. But that was good because there's way too many people. Yeah, they need to go ahead and get that over with. Except the thing is, when they showed this dungeon scene, they did a dungeon scene, like it was like a whole like episode in UK season 2, and the UK and the US, they share the same like challenges. They film them back to back. They do it at the same castle, and all of season
do they really?
Yeah, and all of season 2 for the UK has already come out because they were airing 3 episodes a week. So I've already watched all of that, and the whole dungeon thing, it's like a whole episode. You're like locked in the like dungeon. Kate even says, she's like, no, if we're talking about this dungeon, Kate with more iconic lines, she walks in like because she's been recruited. She says, look at this. I hate this place. Shithole. she's like, and I see a bucket in there, and that's probably not for champagne.
Nope.
And
she asked the guy, she's like, will you bring me some champagne? As she was leaving. But
they're in that episode, they're like basically trapped in like the dungeon for like a whole episode. So I don't really know what she's doing in the dungeon, why she didn't just come to the turret. So I don't know. But yeah, if they try to murder Trishelle, which there's no way they can because it's too obvious. But then it's also like,
but what about Peter? I mean,
no, you know who I bet they're gonna murder?
John?
Because, Kevin. That's an easy. It's an easy way around. They're not getting rid of John yet because he went on the Parvati train. Like he was getting rid of Parvati. But like, no, this could have gone a whole ass other way had Kate she hammered down on. Ever since I've been here, it's been Parvati, and now all of a sudden not Parvati. And no, Peter, he doesn't need to be murdered at this point because he's looking real sus now. At the end of the episode, it's like
he is, isn't he?
Even Kevin was like turning on him. He's like, that was kind of weird because no, Phaedra had that in her back pocket to use when they were in the armory, and he tried to make that deal, and she was like, I'm walking away from this. And they had this deal, and they basically said like, yeah, he was a traitor to the faithfuls. Like he was supposed to be this faithful person, but then he went and like made he basically betrayed like the faithfuls by doing that. He had some like little side thing.
And it's King Peter who can do no wrong. So I mean, I could totally see them thinking like, oh wow, we're so dumb. It's been him all along, and like everybody flipping and turning on him, which is going to make for fantastic TV. I can't wait to watch.
See, this is what I'm thinking, that they're murdering Kevin because Kate's line about hating Kevin was laying the foundation. I agree. And then like he's calling Phaedra Little Miss Twitch. Yeah.
He's toast. Oh yeah, she's done. Or he's done solely because he called her Twitchy. Or did she call him?
She called it right after he voted for her. She's like, okay,
she gonna let that go. No. I wouldn't either.
It would not be smart of Phaedra to like do not get rid of someone who did not write her name down. Like, because if they wrote her name down once, they're gonna write it down again. But I think that Phaedra can flip this next banishment onto Peter. I really do. Because
I think she can pull it off.
Yeah, because they lost Bergie. They've lost, and then Kevin's Kevin was on the saying at the end of the episode how sus Peter was looking, but now I think they'll murder Kevin, and then really all it comes down to is terrible.
I can't.
But all it comes down to at that point then is Trishelle, Peter, and John. If they murder Kevin, and John didn't even vote their same way, he voted for Parvati. So like the whole Phaedra votes are basically going to be down to like 2, Trishelle and Peter.
Oh, and then
hey Julia,
and then hey Julia, and then hey Julia, and then they'll just pick them off real quick. Oh wow! So wait, ultimately, do you think it's going to be Faithfuls or Traitors?
I was thinking it was Faithfuls because it's like every season the Traitors can't win. Like, but
who won last season?
I cannot spoil that for you because that ending is way too good.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. I still have to go watch.
Good. And shout out to the second super chat of the night, Sophie Dopey. Thank you. Do you think Parvati would pick Kate, or will she pick Peter again if she didn't get banished and Phaedra got banished instead? I was thinking that for sure. I think she definitely would have picked, no, Parvati was not going to pick Kate. Parvati was not picking Kate. Just for simply the Bravo numbers alone, I think she would pick Peter because, especially during this way, because he can't turn it down. It's like, oh, you want to turn down my offer once? Well, guess what? Do it again, you'll die.
That's true.
So he would have.
I thought picking Peter in the first place. I mean, if he would have flipped, it would have been the ultimate flip. I told you, and he would have won that entire game. But I never thought that he would flip because he's just like.
I didn't either.
He's such a good guy, faithful through and through.
I don't think she thought that one through because let's say he did flip. I think he would just turn the tables on her, and he would just he would still get rid of Parvati regardless of that.
Yeah, it would not have ended well.
Yeah, yes. Julia sure did cover with us last season. Okay, yes. This is too fun. I can see John's speech next week. Peter, like Charles I, you reigned as king, and like Oliver Cromwell, we now dethrone and decapitate an incompetent monarch.
I love it. I can hear his accent too.
Like he's
John's a legend.
He really is. He was such a he was definitely the most when we saw him on the cast when it initially leaked. I'm like, they put who? Not even from a TV show, a UK.
Who?
I don't know where the casting. I don't know where they come up with these wild ideas for who to bring on.
But him in the physical comms is my favorite.
He looked like
anytime they have to do it, he's so little and he's just running around. It's funny. Like
a damn penguin. No, I can't. This next episode, we're definitely getting. This ain't The Bachelor. I ain't got to kiss your ass for a rose. It's coming.
I mean, it has to. There's only so much left. Okay, I'm glad that you said that because I was really thinking that she had already said it and I just missed it.
No, that's been the one thing that I've been keeping in the back of my head of as far as what could basically happen. And the moment that Alan said that that the time was over, I'm like, oh, I was like, Parvati's gone. She could not do it. And shout out to Alan because I just watched The Spice World as it was given to me as a gift the other day, and a young Alan Cumming is in it, and he's like a little twink. It's so cute.
What? I forgot he was in that.
Oh my gosh, yes, he's the one who's following them around trying to get like paparazzi on them and all this stuff.
Love
Like
that. He's like the king of like iconic little cameos and roles.
mm-hmm.
Like we were talking about him the other day when he was in Romeo and Michelle, iconic.
I know he's coming. He's coming to Atlanta to host a viewing of Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion at the Plaza Theater in on Ponds.
But like, where do you think he's hanging out before/after?
Claremont Lounge. It's right down the street. It's different. It's different. It's like a thing that people go to when they go to Atlanta, or he's going to church. It's a bar.
That would be fun. I wish we could get the drop on him and figure out where he would be.
Soccer. I said from Joe said I said from before the premiere. This is a John Burkhouse Stan account. I have a gay pride T-shirt of him screaming "Order! Stop!" Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
That's funny. Oh well, and also I feel like Alan's fashion gets more and more iconic every single episode. He had the thing with the brooch. It was like a cape situation with a plaid. Fabulous. Fabulous.
Yeah, like they need an award for the fashion on the show as well, like straight up.
But wait, did they dress the cast or did they just tell the cast what to bring?
They can do either or. They can choose to have they can bring their own, or they can actually, yeah. I think it's something along those lines. But like Janelle brought all of her own stuff, and the first season 1 wasn't necessarily so much of a fashion season, except like Rachel and Kate definitely like always dressed like Scottish and whatnot for this. Yeah. But also the other, like the UK version and whatnot, like they don't dress like this. They're not dressed to the nines. No, like one of them, I remember watching, one of them was like wearing a hoodie to Banishment, like to the round table. And I'm like, no one on this cast would be caught dead wearing a hoodie.
No, of course not. Wait, they let them keep the outfits?
The budget is huge because they just let him keep the outfits. Last season, all the outfits were crap from his closet. Oh,
fair enough. They were like, we got to do better than this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that for him. I would let them dress me.
I can't remember if
Scottish Castle.
Well, I do wonder though, because if they did give everyone that option, some of these people didn't take that option. So maybe they dress Alan, but they don't dress the others because they would look like Bergie was wearing that damn like Letterman jacket. Okay,
Bergie. Oh, sweet Bergalicious. I thought he was good. I'm glad you mentioned his name because I wanted to bring him up earlier, but I forgot. He didn't do that much on the show. Like he was there, but he was so like in the background and like, yeah, he was always a part of the plans and stuff, but he was never like,
he was not a
big part of the executing of the plans, or like, which I guess is very much so his personality. Like if you watched him in Love Island, it was the first one to be on Peacock. He was just like the nerdy nice guy that like, he was kind of like the butt of the jokes and like he wasn't really like Mr. Cool Guy, whatever. But I guess it was kind of like the same thing. So like when he got eliminated, I was like, oh wait, he was still here. Like,
well, see, that's the thing. He's like the supporting actor of the.
Yeah.
Like because they said, well, we can't kill Peter. We'll kill his right-hand man, Like, right. And then it was always like, he was sticking up for Janelle. Like he was always he was part of it, but he was in the back. Like he was not a main.
It's not a main character.
No, not main character.
Sweet guy.
Yeah, I think it was this. Like Bergie was Peter's yes man.
He was a type man for sure.
No, but Bergie, he said he was on Banana's Traitors podcast this last go around, and he said that that he got the call for Traitors. He didn't even get a call. Once Love Island wrapped, like you have to go and like meet with like the executive producers and whatnot, and they put them into a room and were basically like, "Hey, so we got this show we want you to do." They were like, there was a good reception of you from the show. We're gonna put you on this. And he was also, let's just say they probably didn't have to pay him too much. It's like when they gotta pay some of these people like what they pay them, they're like, okay, we need a couple of people that we don't have to pay as much.
Small budget.
Yeah, for sure. I think I disagree with this, Sophie Dopey. I don't think at this point this show's too big. I don't think they're doing callbacks anytime soon. I mean, Kate is an exception, and I mean a big exception. But
she's an icon, though. That's different. Berkey, I think he's had his moment, and he just kind of flopped.
Oh, but
he could have been the hero. But Peter, this was Peter's comeback. He hasn't done shit since The Bachelor.
Well, I can't wait to cruise with Bergie next year because he's going on the cruise.
He is?
Yep.
How do you know?
Because they've said who's on it. Who's like he's one of the
He has like his own team?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's him and Janelle and Sandra are the only 3 from this season that are on it. And then there's a bunch of people from last season. Plus Rachel Riley, Stephanie, and then the rest of them were the like civilians of last season, which
wow.
They weren't it.
I want to go. That sounds so fun. Is it sold out?
No, but Janelle's team was sold out in 2 days.
Damn. Did you end up on her team?
Sure did, baby.
Fun.
Steven Perzina. I think they will do The Bachelorette next. Is there anyone from The Bachelorette that you can think of that would be good for this show?
That would be good on this show? I mean, they've had some like...
Who's been The Bachelorette before?
Who's been The Bachelorette? I mean, I could see like Caitlin Bristow would be an entertaining one. She's done a bunch of stuff. She was on Dancing with the Stars. Or Tayshia. Tayshia could be a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Hannah Brown, she was on Dancing with the Stars, but she was annoying. Or... trying to think because
I would love Corinne.
A weird pick from The Bachelor, if I'm honest.
Well,
I think he was a lower budget cut. I think they were like, I don't think they probably had to pay him that much money.
Really? Well, but then
he hasn't done that much.
Ari was last season, and
okay.
I think he's rich. Okay, so we got someone for Caitlin Bristow. Amy says Caitlin
Bristow would be a good one. She'd be really entertaining. Who were some of the other ones?
I would love
Rachel or Gabby. They were the ones that they did the double season. I thought they were annoying.
They need to take some people who are like actually they need to take like a good portion of the people from House of Villains season 1 and put them on Traitors. Even though yes, I do want to see people that we haven't seen in a long time, but I love Corinne. I think Corinne's so funny.
Corinne's fabulous. She was from The Bachelor. Did you watch her season?
I think I did.
She was on Nick Viall's season in The Bachelor.
I think I did because I remember that girl, but I couldn't. The first Bachelorette,
iconic.
She's probably too. So honestly, I think she might be too far gone now. That wasn't it. Trista and Ryan. Remember?
Oh yeah, she was another one. She didn't really. I mean, I think she might do like podcasting and stuff now. But
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah. Maybe longer than that.
Oh, wait. She was on another Netflix show? I didn't know she was on another show. Corinne.
Oh, was she really?
Oh.
Wait, Surviving Paradise.
Oh, yeah, that was a show. Yeah, throw Bobby Lights in there. But they don't give them alcohol like they do in House of Villains. Like, that's why Ekin-Su said that she didn't care what the cup looked like. She said that like they were not giving them enough alcohol, so she said she would have drank out of a bucket.
Oh, are they just trying to limit their intake so that they're lucid?
Rockstar, when we had her on, shout out to Rockstar, love you, Rock.
Is Rockstar on? Did she get on this?
Yeah, we've had her on twice.
Oh no, I remember that.
But Rockstar made a point that I never thought about of a reason why they do this, but on Big Brother, she said that a big reason why a huge reason she thinks that there's no, like, they limit your alcohol so much is that because of like the competitions you do, like if they were to give you that much alcohol, it literally would not be safe for your body to do those competitions. And Traitors, some of these are like legit, like physical. So
yeah.
So that kind of makes sense to me. Like
That's
if maybe they'll limit their alcohol a little bit, like on the nights before, just so you're not like so dehydrated that you will not be able to perform well. Just liability.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing like the competition where they were running all over the forest. Was it the last one or like the one before? They've done a lot of physical comps. I think it was the last episode that they were like,
they got
Sandra, like when Sandra, she was like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And
Exactly.
She's one survivor. Oh, can you imagine doing that hungover? Like that would be awesome.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not.
No. But also, it would be fun to see them drinking. Oh, what?
That's a good point too. They're limiting it to avoid the slip-ups. Traitors, like, could you imagine like getting Kate drunk? She'll be like, well, guess what? I'm a fucking traitor.
Oh, I would be drunk in the house and be like, I'm a traitor.
I'm gonna fucking murder you tonight.
Right. You're getting murdered. You're getting murdered. You're getting murdered.
Just make it open. Like, you're getting murdered. You're getting murdered. I don't like you. You're getting murdered. He's annoying. You're getting murdered.
And wouldn't even be a traitor at all, but that'd be part of the game. Yeah.
No,
would be funny on the show.
Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how Kate's gonna just. I don't think she's not gonna be like how anyone else would be when like being a traitor, like, or at least getting the news like you're gonna be a traitor. She's gonna be like, fits.
I was going to say, what do you think she's gonna when they're like, Kate, do you accept to be a traitor? I think she's gonna be like,
what if she's like,
hell yeah,
or she's like, I've been here long enough, I can just die. Like, could you imagine?
I'd rather go home. I'm out.
Like, be like, yeah, this place is a shithole. I'd rather die.
I'm over it.
Or she'll be like, I bet you she'll say something like, well, if I say yes, can I get out of the shithole already? Like,
right. I'm excited. Dang,
but
I hate
she'll say, well, I did say that I really wanted to cloak, so I guess so. Like,
I guess might as well. Why not? She did say she wanted to be a traitor.
I mean, I think everyone kind of wants to be a traitor except CT and Bergie both said they did not want to be a traitor because they just wouldn't be able to. That would not work for them.
Really, I thought CT would be another good, like, ultimate traitor. Like, if they like came to him and he was like, you know what?
Yeah. If they chose him, I think he could do it. But it is. There's different, like, it's harder to be a traitor just because you do have to, like, in the aspect of you have to keep this thing going and you have to change your mindset. You have to, like, put your mindset as I'm a faithful. I'm not a murderer. Like, I'm not a traitor. But as a traitor, you get, I mean, there's there's every single day, 2 people are eliminated. There's one, like, you cut your chance of getting eliminated by 50%. Oh, absolutely not, Cassie G. Don't you? We are not. Mike Boogie.
Who is Mike Boogie?
He won a season of Big Brother All Stars that played with Janelle and Dr. Will. But him and Dr. Will, they were like this because they both were on season 2 and they called their alliance Chilltown. But he went off the
cool name.
Chilltown, bruh.
Wow.
But he's the real traitor. And because he went batshit crazy and like was sending like death threats to like Dr. Will and like he had to get like Dr. Will got a restraining order on him and everything. It was wild. Now, maybe they can put him on House of Villains. I don't know. But or they might have to put him on Zeus Network or something. I don't think they could put him on NBC Universal. Too much of a liability. Mm-hmm. They couldn't get the insurance for Mike Boogie.
Damn, I gotta look this dude up.
Oh, he's a shit show.
Worse than Evil Dick?
Evil Dick for House of Villains, I want, or the Traitors. Honestly, they were best buds, but you want to know the tea? This
Always.
Mike Boogie. The whole reason that Mike Boogie like flipped on Dr. Will is so stupid, but it's because Dr. Will turned down going on The Amazing Race with Mike Boogie.
Why did he turn it down? Because he was just like,
because he's a doctor, he's got like this and that, and he was just like, no, I'm good.
Oh, he's like a real doctor?
Oh yeah, he's like a aesthetics doctor.
Oh, we love that.
In LA.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we love Dr. Will. Top 10 most wanted. Yeah, Mike Boogie is probably he's on the most wanted list. It's like Julia, I don't know if you meant top 10 most wanted for Mike Boogie, or if you meant if you meant Evil Dick for top 10 people you'd most want to see on the Traitors. But either way, both are accurate for me. Both are accurate for me. Throw Evil Dick on there. Like we need him on TV.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. No coconuts on my TV. I'm good.
Coconut. My coke. No,
would you like to see her? Well, yet again, I feel like she's another one. Like, she couldn't be a traitor because it'd be too obvious, but she could not be a traitor because it'd be too obvious.
You're like, I'm a faithful. No, absolutely not. There's no way I'm not getting that voice back on my screen.
I'm a faithful. I can't even do it.
No, Rat Cole could never. No, actually, I forgot that we saw Nicole Franzel on the Traitors tonight. She was down there. She was down there in the tunnel.
Oh, she was down there. Shout out Rat Hole.
Thank you for giving us a cameo. We got Dr. Will and Nicole Franzel both in the same night. I did not know she was going to be on the season. We appreciate. I
always forget they're married.
Yeah, and they got a kid. Oh, the kid got a weird name too. And put it drop it in the chat if you remember the name of her kid. Yeah, she was all over the place this episode.
Someone will definitely know.
My opinion on her changed slightly from Reindeer Games. Slightly. And I'm talking slightly. I just can't believe she
won, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm just like, really? But
she got on my nerves when so I did not see her original season.
She was a fan favorite then. Like that was when they started the whole like that
was it 16?
Yeah, that was like the Frankie Grande season. Cody.
When did she come back? 19?
18.
18.
That's the one she won. Then she came back in 22. And she came back for Reindeer Games.
When did she get on my nerves? I can't remember. I think it was 22 that she got on my nerves.
Oh yeah. Straight up, Nicole sucks.
She sucks.
Yeah, she wasn't so bad on Reindeer Games, but it just kind of shows. Like, you put Nicole Franzel on any damn TV show, it's like she's getting to the ends one way or another. It doesn't matter what happens to her, but she's getting to the end. I'm like, I'm not taking a full season of Traitors with Nicole Franzel. Could you imagine her outfits?
Oh no, that'd be so bad.
They'd be so. It would look like she.
I hate them.
She would think she was giving like Scottish or like Parisian beret. Like, you put a beret on her, she looks like she's gonna go play a round of miniature golf.
Or like some Girl Scout cookies or something. Like, no, it's not. It's not giving. It's just not. Who else? Who else would be good on? I mean, when did I start watching Big Brother? I started watching on season 17, right?
I think that's when I got you. That's when I got you onto it. 17.
With the twins, the twin twist.
Mm-hmm.
Was the first season.
Yeah, that was.
I guess wasn't Cody already on?
He was on 16.
No, but wasn't he on Traitors or?
Yeah, season 1. Yeah, he was a traitor, and the first traitor to get banished.
Oh, I bet he was. Ooh, Derek. I remember hearing about Derek.
He was 16 as well. Yeah, let's see Tom Sandoval.
Oh hell! No, they would the ultimate traitor.
But see, they would have to put him on House of Villains, but that's the thing, though. He doesn't accept.
He'd be great on House Villains.
He doesn't accept himself as a villain, so that's the only way to be on House of Villains is you've got to be a self-known like a self-aware villain, and he's not.
Josh would be a good one.
Absolutely not, Julia. You stop that right now. We are not putting JC. We are not.
You don't like Jesse?
There
I love
is
JC.
Well, for one, he's a huge Republican, but there's also a video of him that Evil Dick always tweets out, but it's of him fucking a stuffed animal minion.
For real?
Yes. And he's a content creator, but not the kind that you can go on TV and promote.
I don't like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Josh again. Well, I liked him on his first season because I'm like, I've never seen someone play Big Brother that has reminded me of myself so much. You know me, Jill. Like, was I not Josh Martinez? Banging the pots and pans?
We figured out, and we could pop off in the chat. Heisem is your twin when it comes to Big Brother.
I will take that, baby.
You and Heisem is you. One and the same.
Shout out to Heisem. Shout out.
We love Heisem.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Love. Oh, but we did love Josh.
Well,
I went kind of back and forth with him on his season. He was the most. He was extra. He was a lot. But I cried when he won. I can't remember exactly what he said in his speech, but it brought a tear to my eye.
I loved it, but he's gotten so much hate from his time on the challenge, but I think he would be loud at the roundtables. Like, he would be able to pop off, and like, he knows how to be in people's faces. But I look like Wes.
Wait, like Wes from the real world?
Yeah. Wes owns 30 businesses. I'm okay with that. I will take that. I think Paul would actually be great on this, but he's kind of stepped away from like the spotlight. So I don't know.
Wait, Paul who?
He lost twice in a row. He lost to Nicole and then lost to Josh. Remember in the final two, he was like, I think they go by they them now, but they were wearing beard, tattoos. You definitely know Paul.
Oh, wait.
I think his last name is Abraham, maybe. Just look at Paul BB 18, Paul BB 19. Kenya Moore, or I was gonna say Portia, but she's going on back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But they need anyone from Real Housewives of Atlanta, honestly. Like, keep that.
Oh, Paul. That
I think Paul would be good.
Gosh. Oh, he would be good. I forgot about Paul.
Honestly, anyone from Real Housewives of Atlanta, they need to make sure that they're going to bring all types of Real Housewives on. Always put someone from Real Housewives of Atlanta on there. I want Nene Leakes and Kim Zolciak on the same season together.
Yeah.
That's a Sandra Parvati thing right there. Like, you put both of them on there. Oh, that is close your legs to married men. Yeah.
Kim Zolciak's been way too quiet in the spotlight lately. She needs to come back.
Exactly.
Oh, and I need someone to get Sheree to pop off this season, because she's freaked out in the challenges. No one's checked her. I need a little something or another. I need her to say it at least once.
It's because
don't check me, boo.
It's because nobody thinks of her as a traitor. They know she's a faithful.
Ugh. She would have been better as a traitor.
You know what I think is gonna happen? I think.
Oh, hell no! What if they got Croy and Kim on there?
That's what I was thinking. Like, if they're gonna do Larsa and but I think I'm pretty sure Croy and I think they divorced.
They did, but that's why I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Even more.
No, here's my. Oh, I can so see this happening. I think. Look, with Kate and Phaedra being the traitors, for one, I don't see them murdering anyone from Bravo. They're just not gonna do it.
Who else left from Bravo?
Just them two,
Kate,
and
Phaedra,
MJ and Sheree.
MJ and Sheree.
Yeah, they've had
Yeah, well, they're good. Yeah, they're not
but
gonna get
so
them.
I could so see like it's gonna be like they might murder MJ if they need to throw off the scent or something. But I think they're gonna get to the end, and I don't know. It's gonna be hard for Phaedra to get to the end, but I think she could. But oh, I could so
I
see
don't know if
Sheree.
she will now.
I don't know, but if she does, and Sheree, I think if she does, like Sheree's getting to the end too. If that's the case, and she's gonna feel, I know Sheree will take it personally. She's gonna feel so betrayed by
Dude,
Phaedra.
and Sheree, like, if you watched her in the old seasons of Real Housewives, like, she did not let anything go. Like, you cross Sheree once, doesn't matter if it's a game, like, you're done. Like, you're fucking done. And she was kind of looking at Phaedra a little sideways in the round table. Did you notice that?
I did pick that up. And
Showing her, and she was just kind of like I don't think she was. I think they were trying to make you think that she was maybe going to vote for her. I don't think she was ever going to vote for her,
she
but it
wasn't.
did look like she started to have a little bit of a shadow of doubt in her friend.
Yeah, and I
Like,
think
it
that
almost looked like she was like, "Oh shit, y'all are right." Like,
I think so too. And I think it's like I think she might be in the situation where
she's like, "This dumbass Kevin might be onto something." Like, everything was clicking.
there was one shot where she's like,
There was one.
she was like,
Yeah, she went.
and I think she might be in what she might be doing is she's in that position now where she might, if she does think that Phaedra's a traitor, she ain't gonna say nothing because Phaedra's gonna keep her around.
Right.
Like she's gonna keep her around because she wasn't. Notice how like Kate was trying to back Phaedra up more than Sheree was.
Yeah, I know they're boys. Her and Kate are close.
I love that. Like from ever since the beginning, like
Kate's a
been like,
rider.
Kate will ride for her.
I love Kate. When I saw that, she was like, I thought for sure when he was like, "Who do you want to choose?" I was like, "Oh, she's gonna pick Sheree." Like, that's just because they're just tight. That was just the first person I thought of. And then when she said Kate, I was like, "I'm dumb, of course."
She says Kate, and I'm like, thank you God. I'm like, I've had my name on here as Stephen Parks Chastain for like a few episodes now. I manifested that.
Oh, Kate, duh.
I manifested it. Haggis.
I love the haggis. I just noticed that like a couple of minutes ago, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that didn't go anywhere."
I manifested that. Oh man. Oh no. Well, I thought she was going to recruit like Trishelle or something, but she made a good.
Do you think Trishelle would flip though? I don't think she would.
I think she,
which is lame.
No, I think she would still try to get Phaedra out even as a traitor. Like that's like a big. It's like traitors get rid of traitors. It's like you rarely.
Oh, well, I forgot it was either flip or die.
Yeah,
it's a little different this time.
Yeah, and that's when I was also thinking like maybe she would do Peter, but you can't do anyone who is that hot in your trail because they're not going to change their tune. Just because you recruited them, they're not going to change their tune. They're still going to get you out because you can. That's why like the rules are kind of like gray because you can't say who the other traitors are if you take the oath of the traitors, but you can speculate. And so it's like you just have to say hypothetically, and then you can say whatever you want. Like you just can't say, I know this person's a traitor because I'm a traitor.
Right.
So
because then that would out you.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, who else could she do? I'm like, maybe John. Like, no, Kate was real. I think you're right. Like, Kate really was the perfect choice.
Yeah.
Or I thought it would be CT maybe, but she's going to choose someone Bravo.
Yeah,
and she's gonna choose a woman.
I just don't. I was gonna say I don't see her choosing a man. Like, no offense, I just don't. She's smart.
Yeah, she
and is. She's got to choose someone that's already like in her circle. You know, I don't know. Bravo runs tight. I get it.
They do.
They're running that thing.
Well, see, okay, so this part, do you think Kate and Phaedra will both be banished back to back? See, no, I don't. I think you were right, Jill, like about with Kate, how if they didn't suspect her yet, just because she was thrown in there, there's not gonna be any suspicion put on her.
Yeah, there's no reason to, unless, I mean, next episode she could slip up and say something dumb and like, you know, get the heat put on her or whatever.
On her.
On her or on her or whatever. But like, I don't know.
I don't. Kate is just not one to. Kate knows what she's saying at every point in time. It might not be. I think she can think so quickly. Like, Phaedra is like kind of calculated and like takes her time to like say what she wants to say. She like Trishelle said, she was like, Phaedra's the smartest person here. I'm like,
she really is.
She is.
Well, she's a lawyer and she's a mortician.
And
who does that? And she's a Real Housewife of Atlanta.
And she's a Reiki healer.
Added to the list. Seriously?
Yeah, and she's married to medicine.
She's done it all. She is the queen. I would give it anything to see her out in Atlanta.
Like, seriously, though.
But you're just at lunch at the Chastain and you just look over and she's just right there. That'd be crazy.
Kate Chastain the Chastain, too.
Kate Chastain at the Chastain.
I do wonder if, let's say Phaedra does get banished. I don't think you can be a single traitor in the game. But that would just be like, it's almost like not fair to, let's say Phaedra doesn't get banished this next episode. Let's say it's the episode after. So there's 3 episodes left. And let's say not episode 9, but episode 10, Phaedra gets banished. That would be just like, you can't recruit someone with just like 1 or 2 episodes to go. Like, that's just not fair. It's like you did 1 murder and now you're a traitor. It's like,
right. I wonder. I think yet again, I think production would take it upon themselves to change something, or they would have to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know how that would go. I don't know how that would go, but I think they could turn this around onto Peter, because I think the end of the episode was laying the groundwork for Peter is sus. We're gonna flip this on Peter.
I think so too. I think it's only a matter of time. Well, and he's done a really good job of playing this game and like setting traps and kind of like manipulating people to do and say like what he needs to like get the information that he wants. But I feel like in doing so, like, especially now, just because of everything that's happened, like it's painting a big target on him.
Like a big target. He didn't have any target on him. He was the most faithful, and now
he's like the most obvious traitor.
Yeah, the rules are kind of like loose now, because like traitors are just going after traitors. It's like I don't think a traitor has, come to think of it, I think the only time I can think of for U.S. traitors, season 1, Cody, when he was voted out as a traitor, he didn't vote for another traitor on his way out. But every time a traitor leaves, like they gets banished, they put another traitor's name down. Like, that's just it's kind of too obvious.
I know. That's what's kind of.
Thank you, Sophie Duffy. Appreciate that.
Oh, appreciate. That's what kind of threw me off when, especially like in the last couple episodes where they were like coming at each other, because I thought the whole point, well, I guess once you're eliminated, you don't win the money, so it doesn't really matter. But like when we were talking about Dan throwing out Phaedra's name, we were like, why would you do that? Like, that's like just outwardly.
He should have done Parvati.
Calling out your teammate.
Exactly. Like they had no suspicion on them. Whereas he could have just jumped on the Parvati train, and that he probably would have been able to stay. He probably would have been able to stay. But his whole thing is that whenever he plays a show, he always kind of chooses one ride or die, and that's how he plays. Like he's done it both seasons of Big Brother, and I guess this time it was Parvati. But I'm like, who cares? You're not just gonna bring Phaedra out of nowhere. And I think he had some sour grapes.
Yeah.
And
who was it that said he was bad at the show and that's why he's not here? Someone called him out, and I went to make a note of it, but then
I think it was Kate. I think
you're right. I think it was. She's like, yeah, he's bad at the show, and that's why he's not here anymore, or something. I was like,
yes, he did say that. He's like, yeah, he's bad at the show. That's why he's not here anymore.
He was trash at the show, and I didn't see him on Big Brother, but I mean, I assume he had to be way better considering he won twice.
He was like, no,
twice.
He won once, and then was runner up the second time.
Oh, well, damn. I mean, that's still.
And he did like each season. He had like one like iconic like big move that he made, and I think he thought he was about to give another one, and it flopped.
Yeah, it fully flopped.
You know what? This is about Peter. He's great at setting traps and manipulating, but he won't shut the fuck up about it. You don't see Sandra screaming her pool ball strategy from the rooftops. Exactly.
Sandra is like the sneaky champion of the show. Like she's crushing it.
I think they might if they're smart, they'll murder her soon.
Yeah.
But like I was looking around at the round
just because she's doing so well. Like she's not causing trouble. She could win. She could figure it out.
And I think what Sandra did by voting Parvati out, I think she believes the Phaedra stuff, but she's not about to put a target on her back by trying to vote for Phaedra. Like, because she clocked that, like, she caught on to what Janelle was basically saying with how, you get rid of Phaedra now because Parvati is a much more like guaranteed traitor, an obvious one. So you do this now so that you don't have to like worry about it later. And she clocked that, but I think Sandra was trying to play it safe and not get murdered. And she was like, no, let's get rid of Parvati. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're like, oh, we know she's a traitor, let's save her for later and kill her later. It's like, no, if you know she's a traitor, why aren't you going to kill her now instead of killing someone that you think might be a traitor? That logic doesn't make sense.
Well, it makes sense to me because
what if you don't kill the traitor and then the traitor kills you?
That's a risk. Yeah. That
I'm not willing to take.
Exactly. Well, yeah, good point. But then again, I don't.
And that's why I would win Traitors.
but when Trishelle was saying all this, she also had the shield, so she could just say whatever she wanted because she had the shield, so she wasn't going next. Like,
love that for her.
She was not going next. I know she earned that shield, honestly though. Like for this episode, like,
yeah.
I mean, she's doing well, but they're gonna need to murder her soon.
Yeah, she's gonna. If we're talking like on the side of the Traitors, she's got to go. She knows too much.
And like regardless,
she knows too much.
Even if that paints a target on Phaedra, it's like she's got to go. Like, okay, valid question. Why is Trishelle so great here but so bad on the challenge? Because she's a poker player, baby.
She said that. She's like, I'm a poker player and I can read her poker face.
She's like, I recognize that twitch.
Like, okay.
But when they do show Phaedra's twitch, it is so funny because she's like
it is pretty bad.
Like,
but you're not wrong about the lashes. They do make you twitch sometimes.
I mean, see? But she wasn't gonna admit that. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, don't admit you got a twitch. Just gaslight them, being like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Twitch.
I love her.
Okay, Twitch.
That's what I love, the gaslight and the manipulation, just like straight to their face. I'm like, yes, I love this. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Love a good gaslight in the morning.
Love a good smell of gaslight.
So good. So my prediction, I'll get this. My prediction for next episode is, I think they can pull it off. I think it's gonna be a Kevin murder and a Peter banish. Because
Wow, that is a
think
strong prediction.
I don't think that Peter will have. They're gonna murder one of Peter's pals easily, and I think it's gonna be Kevin, especially now
Peter's
that it's late.
pals.
They're murdering one of Peter's pals, and then I think with that whole line that just say the Bachelor, I'm gonna kiss your rose, or I'm gonna kiss your ass for a rose. I think that that's enough to.
Do you think she says that at the table?
She does say it at the table.
Oh shit! That's gonna be great.
That's why also, yeah, because you can see it. It's a very they only show.
And I ain't even gotta kiss your ass for a rose.
Yeah, because in the preview they show her face, and that's also when she sat down at the round table in the beginning. I'm like, she was wearing a beret, and I'm like, I remember specifically like what she looked like when she said that to Peter, and like in the preview, and she had her hair up in like a bun. I'm like, okay, no, she's not going. So,
okay.
So I think that they have the Bravo numbers just for that reason alone. It's like, even if you're from Bravo and let's say you even do think that Phaedra's a traitor, you're kind of having the numbers right now. So don't fuck it up. They would have to seriously get some numbers from somewhere else, and Sheree will vote their way. Hello. And
she's with it.
I don't see why MJ would either.
No, they got a good little girl gang going on right there. They're straight.
And I think
and if two of them are traitors and two of them are not traitors, and like if the Kate and Phaedra can just like play it cool and not, let the other ones have the slightest inkling that they're traitors, then I think they'll always continue to have that little foursome. Someone's ring light died.
No. Hold on. My smart device turned off. Whoopsies.
Oh no. But no.
We're back.
But if they can just kind of gaslight and manipulate, what are the girl boss, gaslight. Whatever, all the things. But if they can keep
girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep. Yep.
Yeah, if they can do all the things and keep MJ and Sheree chill and keep them, if they're the traitors, they're controlling who leaves. So all they have to do is not murder them, keep them cool, then they won't be going anywhere when it comes down to like 5 people left. Think about it.
Yeah, and you see last episode when they're lighting the torch to save people, MJ took it real personal that nobody tried to save her. And so she doesn't think she has anybody on her side. So why would she not stick with Bravo?
But the only way that they would be able to recruit another traitor, no, I was going to say, would the only way that they would be able to recruit another traitor is if another one leaves?
Yes. So if Phaedra or Kate just happen to get banished, I think it has to be by next episode, because they're not going to recruit for the very last episode. Because there wouldn't be any murders. So because I think
the reason Peter was because Dan got banished.
Right. So
they didn't get Peter, they got to ask.
Yeah. So when there's when you have two, if you have like what happened with Dan, there were 2 of them left, so they didn't have to recruit. Right. They had the option to do it, so they could have murdered, which they should have just murdered.
Yeah, they probably should have just murdered Peter.
They should have murdered Peter.
And we wouldn't have ever been in this problem. I mean, because I was going to say, if they could, if it came down to them recruiting another person, but now I know they couldn't recruit another person unless one of them got banished. Mm-hmm. But if they could get I would almost go, I feel like MJ over Sheree, right? If they could choose another one to join the Traitors. I feel like MJ would definitely say yes.
Well, now, is that the point where if any traitor, let's say there is another recruitment, which it would have to be Phaedra or Kate would have to get banished next episode. If there is one, it's because it would only be one traitor left. It would be.
And I don't even.
It would have to be a.
Who would Kate pick? This could be the last recruit.
I think it.
But if they play it right, it could be the last recruit they ever need.
Exactly. That's why I think that's why they're gonna be able to get Peter. And it wouldn't surprise me because when they do their confessionals, like production is getting them to say something. I think they are gonna want. I think at this point, just from what it's looking like, production is gonna want Kate and Phaedra safe. So I think they might egg on people, be like, okay, so tell me why you think it might be Peter. Mm-hmm. And I think they might really try to egg that on. And I'm here for it. Do it.
Oh, I am 100% here for it.
But I was just looking around at that round table. I'm like, the people that we have left are such like oddballs. Like, it's like we got John, Sheree, Kevin. Like, it's just.
And then we got the Bravo clique. Like, the Bravo clique is the strongest squad right now.
And I'm pretty sure, if I'm thinking correct, I think there's Bravo. 10 people left because I remember counting the votes. And I think there were 10 votes. So after tonight, there's 9. And then if Phaedra and Kate get to murder right after Kate accepts being a traitor, that means they'll be down to 8. 4 Bravo versus 4 non-Bravo.
Wow.
So they're going to have the numbers. So I think if they can, I think they have it. And it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if they got all Bravo to the end. But they're going to have to take out like a heavy hitter. They're really going to take a heavy hitter. But it might not even matter because if they have the numbers, they have the numbers. MJ's not being. I think MJ could be persuaded by Sandra, and that's the only because she said like how she thought she was really close to Sandra.
I keep forgetting about Sandra. She's an oddball, but she's a smart one. She's a smart cookie.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about the murder of the recruitment, but Joseph brought up a point earlier about how in the UK season 1, like once they had the what did he call that? The ultimatum that they get to go ahead and murder. And I think, but just from where the numbers are right now, they can't. I don't think that there's enough episodes left to not murder someone. I think they're going to murder someone.
Yeah, because they still got a lot of people left.
They got a lot of people because they missed out on two murders, and then because they missed out on the murder when Dan tried to murder Bergie, and he had the shield. They missed out on one of those, and then they missed out on the murder when they tried to recruit Peter. And we didn't even get a banishment last episode.
Oh yeah, they got to speed it up a little bit.
There's only 3 episodes left. They've got to speed it up.
Why are they doing so little episodes? Do you think next season will be longer or
season 1 was 10?
Really?
But it's just because 2 people leave every episode.
That's true. So yeah. I didn't even think about it like that.
They might be able to get away with like 12 or 13, but sometimes less is more. Like you don't want to.
That's true.
Hopefully do it.
Yeah. Sometimes I watch a show and I'm like, oh my God, that was like a total filler episode.
Yeah. I mean, like hell, The Challenge has like 22 episodes a season and it's not. It goes on for too long. It's like, no, we didn't need all that.
I know The Challenge is so good, but it's so hard to keep up with.
It was good. Challenge All-Stars though, great, perfect amount.
I think that's the better ones now.
Yeah, perfect amount of episodes. Like, yeah, we'll take that any day. So, what's your prediction for? Since this is recorded and always able to go back to,
man, I mean, I'm trying to think. I think Kevin would be a good kill. I kind of agree with you on that one. Kevin and
yeah. Do you think? I think it's too obvious.
I feel like Peter's too obvious.
But at the same time, though, it's like, listen, who cares if it's obvious? Get rid of, like, you got to get You got to get rid of him. But we know that Peter at least makes it to banish to the round table because.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, because we were talking about that, then yeah, he's definitely not murdered. I think you're right. I think
it only makes sense because Trishelle.
I could definitely see him getting banished.
I think they have it in the wheelhouse to make it happen. I think they can. Kate seems like a great gaslighter. I think.
Oh yeah, she's the best.
No, I think she could absolutely do it. Like the way that she's been backing up Phaedra, you would think she's a traitor. Like that's why someone even asked her. She was like, "Why have you been?" No, yeah, she completely misdirected. Because Peter said, "Well, why are you backing up Phaedra so bad?" She's like, "I'm not backing up Phaedra. It's that you kept on saying poverty, and now you're not." See, she completely redirected that right.
She sure did.
Right back on him. Back on him. And so see, like that seems like a traitor. Like she's gonna be a perfect traitor.
I agree. I think that Peter is definitely getting banished, but I think I'm just gonna switch. I'm gonna say I think they're gonna murder Lil John.
Not Lil John in the UK, boys.
Lil John boy. I think he's gone.
Lil John in the Parliament.
He's just like an instant bystander that they're just like, oh, I shot and pew pew accidentally misfired and poor sir.
But the reason that I don't think it would be John is if you just go from the people who voted out, who wrote Phaedra's name down, I think Kevin seems like the easiest one because John didn't have anything to say about Phaedra. He wrote down Parvati's name. And that's why I don't think she would go for him. It's like you need to go for someone who was hot on your tail, and Kevin was thinking that. So
or what if they just go heavy hitter and get like CT or somebody?
Well, I think it would have to be. Yeah. Okay. So yes, she did go Tamara, but it's a different game right now, and that was when to throw things off. But right now, it's about to be almost like 8 people. If half of them are Bravo, you're not going to lose your numbers like that. There's no way in hell. It's way too late in the game to lose those numbers.
Very true.
They're not. Yeah. They're not going to. I think and Sandra didn't vote out Phaedra either. The only people who voted out
Sandra would be a crazy vote.
The only people who tried to banish Phaedra were Peter, Trishelle, Parvati, and Kevin. Those are the only 4.
Okay. Peter, Trishelle, Parvati,
Kevin. And Parvati's gone. So then all you have left is Peter, Trishelle, Kevin. And we know it's not Peter. We know it's not Peter. So
and it's not Trishelle because she has a shield.
Oh, yup.
Kevin's toast.
Unless I hope God they don't try to murder Trishelle and she's like, I got the shield.
Ooh, that would be really dumb.
Yeah.
But neither of them know, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Then, but that one is way too obvious of one where Trishelle is the one who brings Phaedra's name into it, and all of a sudden she's murdered. I don't think that's too obvious. I don't think Phaedra could get away with that.
Yikes.
I think so. That's what I think. I just did process of elimination. I think. Well, yeah, I know
I agree.
She doesn't know that Trishelle has a shield, but that would be the most obvious murder yet. There's no way. Like Trishelle is the one person to bring Phaedra's name up, like to bring it to the round table, and then she's murdered. No one would ever buy that. It would be Sheree would turn on Phaedra at that point.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that point of the season, but I don't know if it's going to happen, truthfully.
Yeah, this is a good point. I love that the Faithfuls Alliance is actually all Faithfuls. It plays too well into the Traitors' hands because they formed a block and made the rest of the house feel threatened. I mean, yeah, straight up, honestly. But that is so strange and like not something we normally see on really any like version of the Traitors, to where
they all found each other.
There's like a bunch of Faithfuls and everyone believes they're actually Faithfuls.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's trying to banish them. They don't think they're a traitor. But that one move of Peter getting too cocky and trying to make that little like deal, I think that was his downfall. I think that
at this point he should have just flipped and become a traitor.
I think that's all they need to banish him. I think they're going to be able to pull it off. And if they do, Kate and Phaedra are going to the end. I swear.
Well, because if it's not him banished, who would it be?
Phaedra. I think it will come down to Phaedra, or in fact, it definitely has to, because why else would she be saying this ain't the Bachelor? I got to kiss your ass for a rose. It's because he's bringing her name up. And I mean, it's like when it's one of those banishment like roundtables to where it's between two people's names where everyone is saying it, which that has happened. That has happened 3 times. Has that been 3 times in a row now? Maybe not 3 times in a row. Actually, yeah. So when Dan was banished, when Parvati was banished, so I guess 2 times in a row, every single name written down was a traitor's name.
I know. I noticed that. I was just like, ooh, if only y'all knew. Like, ooh, it's between the two. Like they're at least on to it. They're doing something right. Because at first I was like, these people are dumb. Like they're not going to figure out these traitors at all. And then finally, they started.
Except for Kate, I think Kate might be the sole winner. I wouldn't if that happens, I will be gagged.
Did they have a random person that came in during the last season?
No,
or was it because dude left at the beginning?
It's up in the air. That's what is.
That makes sense. But then I heard people saying that they heard that she was always going to pop back.
Yeah,
in.
like that she had been known that she was going to do that. But it doesn't make sense. Why? Like I can't see Kate being just like I can't see Kate being an alternate. But just the timeline doesn't make sense.
It's just weird that she was just like in the middle of the season.
I know, and like she's had a kid like within the last year.
Right. I'm surprised that she wanted to come film something.
That paycheck, baby. They give them big old checks. Oh no, obviously.
For that.
Yeah, but I think it's about time we can wrap it up. Jill, where can everyone find you?
Oh, thank you. You can find me on Instagram at Jillian_Spear and apparently on Venmo at Jillian-Spear. Feel free to follow on either and or both.
And you can find me on Instagram at Reginald__George and on Twitter at wasreallygood1. And be sure, if you have not yet done so, that you subscribe to our channel. And you can also follow us on Twitter at CouchPotato_KWNZ. Y'all know where to find us. Y'all know what it is. But we will be back next week to cover episode 9. We're almost there. So, with that said, peace! Haggis!
Haggis! I'm out!